Hey Scorpio, welcome to Honeybird Tarot. I'm Shan, and this is going to be your general reading for May 1st through May 15th. So we're going to start with the Moonology Oracle deck. Everybody is getting this. Wow. Everybody is getting this. All right. So the first thing you have, Scorpio, is show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And I know at least three signs have gotten this. I feel like probably four or five, honestly. I feel like you're holding back, Scorpio. I don't know, maybe there's some energy of not feeling good enough, feeling like, you may be misunderstood or whatever, but something is preventing you from showing up in all your fullness, showing up in the world in that way. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. The world needs what you have. Everything about you is on purpose. On purpose. Everything that you see as a weird quirk, as a flaw, as something that needs to be changed, um, is a part of you for a reason. And even though all of us have changes that we need to undergo, that we need to make, improvements that we can make, that still does not mean that you can't show up as who you really are right now, Scorpio. So show the world the real you. We need what it is that you have to offer, okay? All right. The next card that you have is third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. So I feel like I was just saying, we all have changes that we need to make. That doesn't mean that you have to hide yourself until you're perfect. No one would ever see you. No one's ever going to be perfect. This journey is never ending. We're constantly having to make shifts and changes, and that's absolutely fine. That's how you grow. And Spirit is saying that um, there's a specific situation in your life that is calling for you to make some changes and make some adjustments. You may have plans that you've been working on or something that you've already been putting effort towards, and Spirit is saying that's not quite it. You're needing to stop and examine what you've been doing up until this point and look at how well it's been working out for you and seeing where you can make improvements so that you can bring in the manifestations that you want to see in your physical reality. Okay? All right. And under the deck, which could be this position could be something that you are not seeing, or it could be just general overall energy. But Spirit is saying, hold your vision. Fixed moon. Be strong, Scorpio. I feel like you have a vision or a dream for something. And because you can sense that adjustments need to be made, because you can sense that something needs to shift or is not perfect yet, you are not wanting to share it, or you're not wanting to allow other people to be a part of it. You're not wanting to open up and allow whatever it is to be accepted and appreciated by the world. But I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can show up the way you are right now. And if it's something specific like a project or something you're working on, I feel like Spirit is saying, some adjustments need to be made, but you can go ahead and roll this out, Scorpio. It's okay um, to roll something out before it's absolutely perfect. You can still make adjustments and changes once something has been put out there, okay? Because it is public doesn't necessarily make it permanent. Okay. All right, so we're going to get into your tarot, and this reading I'm going to be using the Dust to Onyx Tarot by Courtney Alexander. This deck is amazing. It's beautiful, but it is new, and the cards are big, so bear with me as I shuffle. And also because it's new, after I get your spread out and we've already gone through and given like the initial read, I'm going to refer to the guidebook just so I can make sure you're getting all the messages that Spirit has for you. I do not know everything, and I did not create this deck. So there's lots of information in that guidebook that can add to whatever messages that Spirit is giving me, and I want to take advantage of that for you. Okay. You might be able to hear my neighbor's dogs barking. Usually they're pretty quiet. Maybe they have some messages for you, Scorpio. Maybe you got dogs. Mm-hmm. What do you have for Scorpio? Oh, the dogs are going crazy. My neighbors just built a kennel for their dogs. I'm not sure if you guys are getting that glare. Is it coming from the window? Yeah, I think the sun is coming around that way. Let me give me 1 second. Let me close that. Okay. Sorry, Scorpio. Okay, got a lot of cards, Scorpio, but I'm gonna take these. All right, you guys' reading might be a little bit long, but Spirit has a lot to say to you, so. Okay. All right. So the first card you have is the Ten of Blades. Scorpio, I feel like you are wrapping up a pretty painful cycle. Something hurt you, has you feeling like it was going to take you out of here. But Spirit is saying you are still here. You have survived this, or if it's still coming in for you, you absolutely will survive it, regardless of how painful it is. And that's not to diminish the pain that's associated with this. It's extremely painful. But Spirit is saying you're at the end of that. Tens are about ending cycles, and they break down to one. So honestly, they're as much about starting new cycles as they are about ending the current ones. Um, and blades are about our mental energy or about our thoughts. So I feel like this, whatever this situation is, has put you in a lot of mental anguish, Scorpio. But Spirit is saying that you are right at that line. You are right at the point, that moment where it's darkest before the dawn, and the dawn is definitely coming in for you. Okay. All right. And the next card you have is the Three of Staves. The Three of Staves talks about waiting for something to manifest for you, or waiting for something that you've been wanting for so long. It could be longing, wanting to reach out and touch something. In the traditional tarot, the Three of Staves and the Three of Wands is someone standing like on a cliff, and he's looking out over, I guess it could be like a harbor or bay or something like that, and he is watching his ships come in, and he's waiting. And it's a really um, inspirational card because the ships are literally coming into the harbor. This person knows that in just a little while they will be able to reach out and touch their manifestations. A ship's inventory is called a manifest. That's not a mistake. Okay. Um, so watching those ships come in, waiting for those ships to come in. And if I'm not mistaken, the story behind this particular card comes from when we go to the book, I'll be sure to read the story for you. But I believe it's from a creation story from somewhere in Africa. Oh, I'm so upset that it's escaping me. But basically, um, the spirit of the water and the sky um, touched at one point, and they kept creating life. Like that interaction between the two just kept creating life, kept producing children. And um, the creator got so uh, tired of them just constantly creating, that he said that they needed to be separated for a year, separated for um, 360 days, the completion of a cycle. And somehow, I believe it was the water, um, found a way to get the year extended by 5 days, and took advantage of those extra 5 days to procreate with the sky again without disobeying the order of the creator that they needed to be apart for 360 days. And the creator was so upset about that that he put a space between the water and the cosmos, or the sky beyond our atmosphere. I probably botched that story, but like I said, when we get to the guidebook, I'll read it. But I feel like that just speaks to this sense of longing that you may be experiencing. Maybe you lost something, or something was taken away from you, and you're longing to have it back. Maybe you're missing it. And that might be what has you in that energy of mental anguish, in that energy of pain. Um, but I feel like it's coming in for you. The next thing you have is another card about waiting, Scorpio. I really feel like you are waiting for something. This card talks about taking stock of the work that we've already put towards something, and thinking about whether it's worth it to continue working. It's about checking on checking on what we've sown, to make sure that our harvest is going to come in bountifully. Or this card actually looks like it's more about the actual harvesting in this deck. But traditionally, the Seven of Coins, the Seven of Pentacles, talks about waiting for your harvest, waiting to reap what you have sown, and about waiting in an attitude of patience. And if you wouldn't plant something and then dig it up every day to see if it was growing, you might stand there and watch it. You might come and monitor its progress, which is what that energy is about, but you're not going to dig it up before you get your harvest. So I feel like this is spirit saying, okay, you have put the work in, you have shed the tears, you shed the blood, you have really put in the effort, and you've been waiting, you've done all that you can do to bring in this manifestation, and it's time for you to leave the rest of it up to spirit, leave the rest of it up to the universe, and trust that you will reap your bountiful harvest. Okay. The next card you have is the Ace of Blades. The Ace of Blades talks about new birth, a new opportunity for clarity, or a new opportunity because of clarity. This talks about having clarity of mind, maybe possibly a new idea that is opening up a lot of different opportunities for you. Um, Again, blades are mental energy, and mental energy and clarity and wands are about new beginnings. So I really just feel like this is a new thought, new idea. It could be a new outlook, a new mindset, a new perspective that you have adopted, and it's causing you to look at the world and look at your life in a totally different way. And that new mindset is making so much possible, so many more things possible for you. Or they were possible to begin with, but your mind is now aligned with the possibility, which is what you need to happen in order for you to bring in those manifestations that you've been waiting for. All right. The next card you have is the Nine of Coins. This talks about being self-sufficient and um, being fulfilled on your own, working hard to make sure that uh, you are prosperous and abundant for yourself first, being enough in yourself. It could also be um, about confidence. I feel like you are receiving messages too from the divine. This time of being by yourself and being in this content and fulfilled and complete energy is making it possible for you to receive downloads, making it possible for you to be aligned, for your soul to be aligned with source, for your spirit to be in line and um, really receiving what the creator has for you, but specifically receiving it on your own and by yourself, and being in the energy of, um, like I said, being enough by yourself, not needing extras or anyone else or anything else to enhance your self confidence, to enhance your self worth. And you have the Four of Gourds or Four of Cups. The Four of Gourds could be, um, it could be boredom, it could be dissatisfaction with what's being offered to you. It could be deep meditation and self reflection that's causing you to basically be unaware of what is happening outside you because you're so focused on what's happening within you. And it talks about emotions. So, and fours are about stability. So I feel like, you know, you may be saying, I'm stable enough in my emotions to recognize that this emotional cup that's being offered to me is not something that I want, or is not something that's going to benefit me. I don't know if I mentioned this, but it can also be about missed opportunities. You could be so focused on this three gourds in front of you, so focused on the emotions that are in front of you, that you aren't aware of this new opportunity for emotional fulfillment, or you aren't aware of this new opportunity to receive more, because you're so focused on what is already there. You are forgetting that there are still possibilities. And then under the deck, like I said with the oracle cards, this position could be something that you don't see, or it could just be the overall energy. But you have the Ace of Gourds, And like I said, ones are about inception, new birth, new opportunities. And I feel like this is a new opportunity for emotional fulfillment, a new opportunity for your cup to run over, a new opportunity for love or for happiness. It could be a new relationship. Um, it could be a love offer. And this isn't necessarily a love reading, but there are some deeply romantic cards here, like the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Blades could possibly be a romantic card too, if there has been some uncertainty surrounding your love life. Um, and the Three of Staffs with that story that I'm sure I probably messed up is a very romantic card too. So this could be a romantic relationship for you, Scorpio. But I think it's beautiful that you started off with this 10, which I said breaks down to a 1, and then you have another one right in the middle of your reading, and then you have another one at the end, and they are literally equally spaced. I feel like that is spirit saying that everything you're going through is by design, and you're progressing the way you need to progress, and things are being balanced out if they are not balanced already. And that balance and this process that you're going through is bringing in a lot of new opportunities for different types of fulfillment in your life. Like I said, emotional fulfillment, fulfillment as far as your mental energy, having the clarity, the knowledge, the awareness that you need or that you want. And yeah, okay, definitely. And I feel like because these two aces or this 10 and this ace came first before the Ace of Swords, I feel like Spirit is saying you're coming out of this energy and moving into this. Remember, these are basically two sides of the same coin. You're coming out of this energy of the 10 of Blades and moving into the Ace of Blades. And once you receive that clarity, it makes it possible for this Ace of Swords to come in. But in between that, there will be some waiting. It's going to take forever, or it's going to feel like it's taking forever for you to come out of this energy. But once you do come out of it and you gain that clarity, it makes you comfortable with yourself. It makes you realize that you are enough by yourself. It helps bring in self sufficiency for you. And maybe that makes you able to resist offers that are less than satisfactory. And because you're resisting those offers that are less than satisfactory, then the ultimate satisfaction is going to come in for you. You just maybe you can't see it yet. All right. So let's see what the guidebook has to say. All right. So the Ten of Blades. Yes. Karmic lessons. The silver lining. Endings, rebirth, and the worst is over. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. The words of Sojourner Truth. And like I said, this energy may feel like it's going to kill you, but it is not going to kill you. It is going to help you ascend. It is what makes you into a shooting star. Okay? So hang in there, Scorpio. Let's see. The Three of Staffs. Let's see. All right. All right. And this is about integrity, vision, return on investments, travel, and co creation. So that was what I forgot to mention about the Three of Staffs, that it could also be about travel. Those ships coming in, you could be waiting to actually board the ship and go somewhere else. It may not necessarily just be bringing abundance or manifestations to you. All right, so I'm going to read you the whole story. This might get a little long, but I feel like it's something that you need to hear, and it's beautiful. And especially if this is a romantic relationship for you, you'll want to hear this. All right. In Egyptian lore, I think it's either Geb or Jeb, and Nut represent not only the creation of our world, but also the first love story. Nut is one of the oldest deities, representing the sky and heavens. Beneath her lies her husband and brother, Geb, who represents the earth with its valleys, hills, and mountains. As the story goes, Geb and Nut had children and were inseparable. So the sun god Ra ordered Nut to not bear children for 360 days. Nut asked Thoth wisdom for his assistance, and in a game of chance with Khonsu, won enough of the moon's brilliant light to ensure 5 additional days of the year for Newt to conceive. Ra was so angry that he ordered their father, Shu, heir, to stand between them for all eternity, forming the world as we know it. So here we see Newt represented as the starry heavens. That's her here, arching over. And Geb reaches up from the earth to meet her, but can only reach so far. That's that the energy, like I was saying, with the person feeling like they can almost reach out and touch what it is that they want, but it's not quite there yet. All right, reach so far. The chicory, also known as the clock flower, sits at the center, blooming in the morning and closing in the evening. It's also considered a masculine flower. So this could be the masculine of this relationship who is in this particular energy, or Scorpio, that could be you. We all embody masculine and feminine energy. So you could be in your masculine energy even if you are a female or female identifying person. Is also considered a masculine flower, representing the sun and the air element. The bee is a symbol of fertility, community, harmony, and the sweetness of life. Together, these symbols poignantly illustrate the power of cooperation and co creation in our natural environment. This is the message the Three Staffs brings to us. Um, the Three of Staffs brings attention to our sense of integrity and how we choose to create our reality. We are at this time visionaries that bring ideas to life, visionaries that manifest. As such, we may see a return on the efforts we have already put forth. The most important thing is to stay true to who we are and balance it with our ability to manifest success, which may come through cooperation. It is the balance of give and take that gives us the energy to work together and create something magnificent. In turn, we balance out the heavier influences that may cause ideas to fall flat. We need a system of checks and balances to prevent pride from leading us into missions we can't fulfill or opportunities that aren't for our highest good. If you are unable to find the support in your personal community, develop a deeper inner relationship with yourself and aspects of your spiritual life that you can trust in. Beautiful messages, Scorpio. Okay. Oh, look. That was a mic drop. That card. All right, let's see. The Seven of Coins. All right. Patience, assessment, attention, steady progress, and persistence. So, like I was saying, waiting for your harvest to come in, being persistent, checking on your progress, realizing that things are growing. They're growing at their pace, and the progress may be steady. I mean, it's steady even if it may be slow. And you're taking assessment of what's happening. You're being patient. Or spirit is asking you to embody that energy right now. Let's see what the Ace of Blades has for us. All right. This is intellect, focus, determination, justice, and new insight. Okay? Let's see if it has anything else for you here. This could be a symbol of power or authority also, or being willing to do whatever it takes and having a new sense of clarity about that. Um, Having renewed determination, having a new insight, like we said, new mental clarity, and being intellectual, putting your knowledge and your wisdom to work. Beautiful. And I feel like this, if this energy doesn't do anything else, it imparts some knowledge. It teaches you some things for sure. Okay. Let's see what the Nine of Coins has for us. Self-mastery, comfort, leisure, cultivation, affluence, and investments. Okay? The patience and discipline it takes to manifest new knowledge and skill into our reality are now bearing fruit. new knowledge, the patience it took for you to get that new knowledge, all this waiting, all this assessing your progress. You waited it out, and then you received the new insight that you needed. And that new insight is bringing in abundance and comfort and leisure, affluence for you personally, because you personally did the work. This is the happily single card too. So if this is a romance reading, I feel like Scorpio, you have been through some type of breakup, could possibly be a divorce. If you were married and you are okay with that, it was painful when you were going through it, but you are standing strong as a single person and you're looking good while you do it too. Okay. And the Four of Gourds. Let's see. The Four of Gourds, excuse me. The Four of Gourds is about introspection, silence, meditation, awareness, and inaction. Um, let's see. This is contemplating and being focused. Like I said, being focused on these gourds here. And it's up to you to, even though you're in a time of introspection, even though you're in a time of silence and meditation and being aware of what's happening inside you, being aware of your emotional landscape, to not miss out on the opportunities to add to that emotional abundance, okay? You can't be so stuck in the spiritual realm that you forget that you are still living here in the 3D, okay? And living that way will cause you to miss out on opportunities for even more abundance. Beautiful. Let's see what the Ace of Swords says. What do we say? New love, joy, creativity, psychic ability, and purity. Okay. During the formation of the universe, one of the first substances to form was water. It is the foundation of nearly every single living organism in our system. The same can be said for emotions and spirit. It is from this place that we operate, make our decisions and judgments, find our purpose, and even experience love. At the head of this card is a gourd for receiving, and as Source fills us, we find an overflow that alters our state of being. So this is spirit bringing in emotional overflow. I said a new opportunity for love, a new opportunity for your cup to run over. Spirit is trying to give that to you, Scorpio. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's clarify. We're going to clarify with the tarot of the Orishas. One of my favorite songs is playing, and it happens to be a love song. Scorpio, I feel like someone is saying that you are so beautiful, and they're talking about how easy it is to love you, and they're just overflowing with love for you. This could be a new person, or it could be, a person that you already know or you've already been with that is coming in with a new energy. I don't know. You know how it fits into your life better. But whichever one it is, the love there is real and it is abundant. Saying they can just get so caught up in loving you. Hey, Scorpio. smiling because I want to see if something is going to pop out. I want to see. I keep seeing it. I've been seeing it all day long. Actually, been seeing it since yesterday. Now I'm going to shut up. Alright, what do you have for Scorpio? Ten of Blades, baby. Why is the Ten of Blades hit for Scorpio? What has Scorpio in this energy? What else can we talk about the Ten of Blades? Clarification of vibration, please, baby. Scorpio, are you dealing with an earth sign? If that particular earth sign pops out that I keep seeing, I'm telling you. Okay. Are you dealing with an earth sign, Scorpio? The earth element is here. You could possibly have this in your chart. This talks about slow moving energy, stable energy, the potential for growth, the potential for abundance, the things, having the things that are necessary to grow and to flourish. You got the air element too. This is clarity, intelligence, intuition. Okay. You can have earth and air in your chart, or somebody else does that you're dealing with, Scorpio. So that would be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And for you to get two elementals as clarification for that Ten of Blades, I feel like this may very well be like the signs of whoever had you in this Ten of Blades energy. Or it could just be saying that you were in that cycle for a very long time because Earth energy is slow moving, but it brought you some clarity, which is what we just got finished saying. We just confirmation. That's the Three of Staffs here for Scorpio. I love it when Spirit just confirms what we've been saying, confirms what is already here. Anything else for this Three of Staffs? Okay, so clarifying the Three of Staffs, this energy of, what did we say? Longing, waiting, having integrity when you are trying to manifest, being ethical about how you work towards getting what it is that you want. You have the Nine of Earth, which is this, the same as the Nine of Coins. This definitely talks about being alone, and I feel like this person is newly single. This lady here is newly single. She has all this land, and she's walking along as fresh as she want to be, as beautiful as she wants to be. We can only see her from behind, and we know she's beautiful. Okay, she's looking good in her singlehood, and she is sowing her seeds on all her land, and knowing that it's going to flourish, knowing that there will be lots of green growing there because she's bringing the green. Okay, she looking like a bag of money, and she brings that energy to what it is that she is sowing, and that is what she's going to manifest. And I feel like that is what Spirit is telling you that you need to do. Maybe you were so in love with someone, Scorpio, you were quite literally willing to risk it all for this love. And I feel like, maybe it just didn't work out. Maybe you guys had to be separated, just like Geb or Jeb, excuse me, like my computer. Just like Geb or Jeb, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and Newt were separated. So now you and your partner may be separated. And you're saying, okay, well, it hurt, of course, this separation. It hurt that it had to end, but I'm not going to be sad because I'm by myself. Why would I be? I'm more than enough. All right. Oh, I have the same things here. So we have the Sagittarius card here, the guardian angel or temperance. This talks about bringing the self into balance, tempering the hot and cold, tempering the light and the shadow. And all the elements are represented in this card. The angel's feet are firmly planted in the earth. She's pouring water, tempering, balancing it back and forth between those two earthen vessels, which also represent earth. The angel's wings are representative of the fire element and also of the air element, because of course wings help you fly. And the angel's this veil here is also representative of fire. So I feel like this is spirit saying that you have everything necessary within you. You have everything that you need to balance yourself, to bring your energy to bring your energy into balance. And when you do, you're going to level up. You are going to graduate. The earth is here. And this is quite literally about graduations, moving from one level of something to another. So if this is a romantic relationship, it could be moving from dating to engagement, from engagement to marriage. This could also be about travel, just like the Three of Staffs, which I think is amazing that both of these cards can be about both travel and love, or travel and leveling up and manifesting. And these two came out to clarify the Seven of Coins, which was about waiting for our harvest to come in and being determined and diligent while we're in that process. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius. Maybe you are. Maybe you have Sagittarius and Scorpio in your chart. And you could be dealing with an Earth or Air sign. Take it how it fits. Those are the signs that I see. Why is the Ace of Blades here? For the Ace of Blades there. Okay. So to clarify the Ace of Blades, you got salamanders, which is another initiatory energy, another energy of a new start. This talks about taking the initial actions towards manifesting your dreams or manifesting your passions. It talks about the fire, the spark that gives life to things, that animates things. And it's clarifying this new start, this new clarity that you have, this new beginning. I think that's very good. And Oba is here also to clarify the Ace of Blades, and she's carrying a blade. So I feel like she's carrying that blade of clarity. It could be a situation where she represents the energy of like the perfect girlfriend or perfect wife. Very loving, nurturing, and caring. And like I said, so I feel like somebody who's ready to risk it all or willing to risk it all. This is some risk it all energy. Oba actually was Shango's first wife, and it's debatable whether this was Oshun or Oya that gave her this advice, depending on what tradition you follow. The characters may change. But advised her that to keep him interested in her and to keep him from wanting other women, that she should work a bit of magic. And to do that, she needed to cut off her ear and put it in this, in Shango's favorite dish. And she did so, and it actually backfired, and it made him actually disgusted with her. And he ended up leaving her for Oshun. And I feel like this is spirit saying that you need to have clarity. Like, of course, you want to embody the energy of being a good partner if you are in a relationship, but not so much that you will betray yourself. You have to have that balance and realizing that you are enough as you are by yourself. I feel like that's what you're needing to get the clarity about, Scorpio, or someone in this situation is needing to have clarity about. And once they have that clarity, then the sun comes in. This is total clarity. This is total illumination. This is joy. This is, again, this is what gives the salamander its fire energy, its animating energy. This could also be a Leo that's involved, a Leo in someone's chart. Everyone has all the signs somewhere in their chart, so that doesn't, you know, necessarily have to be that important. I just thought I'd give you that information. When it comes, this could also be a card that signals that someone is pregnant or could be getting pregnant, especially with multiples, could be twins or triplets. But I really feel like whether this is spirit saying that you will have a new opportunity to be in that Oba energy of being a good, loving, devoted partner, and that will bring in happiness and joy for you, or um, yeah, I feel like you're going to get another opportunity for that. Whether it's with the same person or a new person, but either way, happiness, clarity, abundance, joy, prosperity is coming in for you with the Sun card. This is the happiest and most positive card in the deck. Does not get any better. You might have people fighting over you. You definitely might have people fighting over you, Scorpio. Okay, so you got the Five of Fire. The Five of Fire talks about competition or perceived competition, arguments, conflicts, and usually in the traditional tarot, these people are beating each other with the sticks. They whacking the hell out of each other with them sticks. But in this deck, this talks about looking beyond any perceived competition or conflicts that you have with people and realizing that 9 times out of 10, there is a common goal and you are not really each other's enemy. And the common goal in this card is to defeat this dragon, okay? And I feel like, um, Scorpio, you could be arguing with someone else and needing to realize that you really aren't against each other and you really want the same thing and you need to figure out a way to work together. Or this could be people fighting over you. And I feel like if they are fighting over you, there is one person in particular that is beating out all the competition, Scorpio. The Seven of Fire is here. This talks about um, using all your skills and being determined to defend your position. Ooh, maybe somebody knows that they got competition. Maybe somebody knows that other people want you and they are not liking that and they are doing whatever is necessary to have you for them. Maybe this is the energy that is wanting to risk it all, Scorpio. They'll fight a dragon for you. And then, even if that isn't the case, this could be saying that, maybe because you are single, you've been feeling like you have to kind of slay these dragons in your life on your own. The spirit is saying, you'll have help, you'll have assistance. I really feel like somebody might be fighting over you, though, Scorpio. And if they're not actually fighting over you, somebody knows that they have some competition. Maybe you are thinking about leaving a relationship and contemplating becoming single, and your partner might see that other people have their eye on you and are waiting for you to become single. And they're like, oh, you can't have my Scorpio. Let me get my shit together. Could be. I don't know your life, Scorpio. But the female Eshu is here. So you definitely are embodying the energy that would have people fighting over you, Scorpio. You are sexy. You are drawing people in. They cannot take their eyes off of you. They want you. They really do. They can't help it. They cannot help it. You are absolutely irresistible, Scorpio. Or somebody might be irresistible to you, having you ready to risk it all. I really feel like this is somebody ready to risk it all for the Scorpio. Let me calm down. Ooh, Scorpio, this got me so angry. Let's see why the Four of Swords is here. Scorpio. Why is the Four of Swords here? Scorpio. Anything else here about the Four of Swords for Scorpio? Okay. All right. So, Scorpio, clarifying the Four of Swords, you have the Outcast in reverse. Okay, so I feel like this could be someone, like I said, you might have been thinking about ending a relationship with a person and they getting their shit together because they see they got competition. So you're like, okay, I think I'll let you stay. You don't have to be outcast. Or you might have already cast them out and then they like, oh no, you can't get rid of me. Let me get my shit together so I can come back. Outcast in reverse. This is also representative of the Fool energy, which is like um, taking a leap into the unknown or new beginning, setting out on a new path or new journey, and it's here in the reverse. So this could be you saying that what's being offered to you is not satisfactory, and you're not about to take this leap. You're not looking to go down that new path with someone who may be offering you a new emotional opportunity. This could also literally be about foolishness or somebody just behaving crazy, acting like a fool, and you're saying, yeah, get that away from me. I'm not interested. I more feel like this is someone who you've either already outcast or were considering outcasting, and they recognize that and they see what they're about to lose or recognize what they have lost, and they are working hard to keep you, Scorpio. And at the end of the read, we have Elegba. Now, this card talks about having spirit as a companion. Like all your roads are open. You have favorable luck. Things just are working out in your favor everywhere you turn because Elegba is doing that for you. And if this has to do with work at all, then this could signal a new job opportunity coming in, or promotions, or maybe even a windfall of money. Just really, really good luck. So I feel like Spirit is saying, between the Legba being here, with the sun being here, with all these aces that you have, the world is here. I feel like the universe is saying, Scorpio, you ain't got no worries. We about to take care of you, and we're gonna take care of you real well, okay? All right. So Scorpio, hold your vision. Hold your vision. Especially if your vision has been about the kind of love that you want to have in your life. I think you're gonna get it. You're probably gonna get that and more. These people in here fighting over you. Okay. All right, Scorpio, I love you so much. If this resonated for you, please let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you back here for your next reading. All right? Helu Ife, with love.